Well, hello and welcome. This is Ken Smith in Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's my pleasure to go through some information with you about Legal Shield Business Solutions. Now, we want to really cover who we are, what we do, and how business-to-business sales can help you to grow your business and how you can earn commissions by referring our services to individuals, families, and small business. The company was formed in 1972. Our annual revenue is approximately $450 million, and 3.7 million lives are currently being covered across the U.S. and Canada. Approximately 2.1 million requests on an annual basis, and then more than 650 full-time employees based at our Ada, Oklahoma corporate head office. Now, Legal Shield Business Solutions is really a service that provides individuals and families, employee benefits, and small businesses with legal protection. And then we also have ID Shield, which is provided for the individuals and families that are part of those two groups that I've covered. So really a specialized focus on business-to-business accounts with Legal Shield Business Solutions really leverages our 40-plus years in business, our over 3.5 million active lives being covered, and then 34,000 employee benefit accounts already in place. We also have 47,000 small business accounts where businesses are actually accessing legal service at a highly affordable price point that they've formerly been priced out of. And then dedicated support teams for business accounts as well. So there's a lot of support there for the user and for the individual that's marketing the services. Now, the differentiators are that we have a proprietary network of law firms covering 49 states and 4 provinces in Canada, and our law firms were paid over $100 million last year in their collective contributions of memberships that we have on the books across North America. The service quality is guaranteed by Legal Shield provider law firms because we have quality control systems in place, including real-time monitoring of those law firms. Comprehensive identity theft restoration services through licensed investigators, and we also provide a 24/7, 365 access in covered emergency situations so people can just get a hold of a lawyer any time of the day or night, any day of the year. So really, Legal Shield gives you the ability to talk to a lawyer on any personal legal matter without worrying about the high hourly costs. Kind of like the difference of years ago when you used to pay per minute on your cell phone, and now you have a flat fee so you can use it as much as you want. For one flat monthly fee, you can access legal advice no matter how traumatic or trivial the issue, and then under the protection of Legal Shield, you and your family can actually live your life on your terms, worry-free every day, every night. So you know that you've got access when you need it to be sure that you've been treated fairly. Now, the need is definitely there. There was a comprehensive research done, and one thing that was determined, of course, is that 93% of respondents believe lawyers charge too much. I don't think you have to do a survey for that, but what we concluded is that 76% of respondents said they were hesitant to call a lawyer, and 9 out of 10 respondents said if the cost was more affordable, they would seek legal advice, and that's why we have so many people utilizing the service now. So nearly 90% of North Americans say that they don't have any form of legal insurance or legal protection service, and 2/3 of North Americans say they've never heard of such a plan. So more than 60% of people reported that they would be interested in purchasing legal protection if they were shown that as an option. So timing is really key. A lot of the big industries, the $100 billion industries like life, auto, and health are pretty much filled to the max, but legal services in the emerging stages at the moment, and of course this is the best time to capitalize on something. Join the band when it's forming, not when it's already marching down the street. And we've already got tremendous track record and measures of success as we go out there and just let people know that there's something that everybody needs, everybody can afford, but nobody has yet heard of. So, you know, if you or your clients ever had a contract or a document that you didn't fully understand, but you signed it anyways, have you been overcharged or treated unfairly, or perhaps received a traffic ticket? You know, did you have somebody review that ticket? There might have been a technicality or something unfair about it, but if you just go ahead and pay it, you're admitting guilt. There may be an option there. Have you known a victim of identity theft or put your estate in order? 7 out of 10 people in North America do not have a will, a living will, or power of attorney. And I think we're all very conscious of the fact that we'll all need one at some stage. So now the plan that covers a family is $26 for the legal portion of it when it's purchased as an individual family. Now, as a group or an employee benefit, when there's 5 individuals or more in that group, then there's a reduction to $18.50 a month. And I'm going to go through the list. You're going to find it challenging to even believe that this could be done, but you know, personal legal advice on unlimited issues. This is for all the members of the family that I'll outline in a moment. 24/7 emergency access for covered situations, maybe being detained or arrested, being in an accident, taken into custody, mistaken identity, dealing with child and family services, any one of those things you'd want to be able to call. Letters or phone calls made on your behalf. Contracts or documents reviewed up to 10 pages. As many as you need to have reviewed, you can have done. And of course, then you'll know that you're being careful and understanding that it's in your best interest. The will, the living will, the power of attorney, medical directive, all included for the member's spouse or life partner. And then other things like warranty assistance, lease agreement reviews, helping contacting government agencies, debt collection assistance, and then tenant legal advice. All these things that most people just they kind of guess or ask their friends or cross their fingers, but now you can get professional advice in every one of these things, even consumer protection benefits. And then 25 to 33% preferred member discount on things like adopting a child, incorporating a business, criminal defense, some things that, whether you wanted to or not, you'd be forced to get legal access, and you'll be able to get the top quality representation at an extremely affordable price point. So if you were my lawyer, or maybe you had a law firm, what would you charge for all of these things that I've just outlined? If I asked for a flat rate, kind of like I mentioned about the cell phone, where people pay $20 or $30 a month for all they can use as opposed to $2 or $3 a minute, it really changed things completely. And I mentioned the list of individuals that are covered on that family plan, which covers the member's spouse or life partner, any never married dependent children under the age of 21 and living at home, and then dependent children under the age of 18 if the member is a legal guardian, and also full-time college or university students up to the age of 23, as long as they've never been married, but they can be away at college or university, and then any special needs kids throughout their entire life, as long as they're dependent on the member and living with them. So, who's covered when it comes to an individual plan? Well, this is for a person that's not married, doesn't have a domestic partner, and has no minor children. So there's a bit of reduction there when you purchase the plan independently. It's $23 instead of $26. So once again, still hard to believe that for less than $1 a day, you can have all that comprehensive coverage. Pretty amazing for sure. So, when we talk about small businesses, which is one of the major target markets for our Business Solutions division, nearly 60% of small businesses have experienced a significant legal event in the last 2 years. And those that experienced a legal event in the past 2 years reported that they didn't hire a lawyer to help them, citing the cost as the reason. Many, many times what they lost as a result of not getting professional advice far outweighs even what it costs through a conventional way. But when they get the services through ourselves, then it's just, coincidental small amount of money. So owners reported spending an average of $7,600 in legal expenses per year. So that's an average, but still, even if you're on the low end of the scale, it's far, far better to have our service for the price it is and have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So as a small business owner, or you or the people that you employ, or even your potential target market, if you're going to be marketing our services, ever hired or fired employees, or had issues with debt collection, or maybe been in a situation where you thought the advice of a lawyer might be useful, or maybe been in a dispute with a vendor. There's so many different things that could potentially come up, and saying, I'm going to call my lawyer when you don't have one just isn't an effective approach for sure. So, when we talk about covering small businesses, there are some criteria. There can't be more than 100 employees. It has to be a for-profit business, or at least intended to be, and it can't be a nonprofit or a church or some kind of a charity. It's just got to fall into those categories. But that being said, that's a huge percentage. In fact, it's most businesses. And even when you talk about under 100 employees, you can go to under 50. It probably covers about 90% of businesses that you're going to be approaching. And then the biggest target market is 10 employees or less. And that's one of the easier companies for us to cover and one of the easiest companies for us to approach, because you don't have all kinds of red tape and different bureaucracy when it comes to making a decision. So let's take an example of the small business 10 employees or fewer, $49 a month. That gives up to 2 designated users the authority during business hours to call and get any one of these things done, like unlimited minutes and matters in terms of legal consultation. 20 follow-up letters, for example, and legal correspondence letters, 20 per year. Collection letters, up to 5 per month. And document review, up to 20 there. So, when you have a letter sent by a top quality law firm, a lot of times it's $100 or $200 or $300 per time, and all of this is included. And then, of course, the additional 25% discount for very complex and comprehensive and complicated situations that could arise in a small business. So once again, tremendous value. And we do have a small business supplement as well that is an option, and we can actually do a needs analysis for somebody, on a tablet or on an iPad, probably in 5 or 10 minutes to determine what their needs are. But this business supplement for $14.95 a month gives unlimited business consultation, website, web hosting, search engine optimization, all kinds of different things that give you the same kind of access that you'd normally pay maybe $100 or $200 or more per hour for with a professional small business consultant. So once again, something that when people get it, use it, and see the value of it, they have a tendency to keep our services for decades and decades. Now, identity theft is another major problem. I'm sure everybody's hearing about it on a daily basis. And so we have a exclusive relationship with the #1 investigative firm in the world, Kroll Advisory Solutions. They're the #1 firm in the world, no questions asked. They normally deal with Fortune 500 companies or major governments around the world, and they're prepaid and ready to advise when it comes to situations that are relative to identity theft. In fact, they offer complete and comprehensive restoration. They've also been in business since 1972, so highly regarded for sure. Keep an eye on this driver's license that you see on your screen right now. It started out as Erin Anderson, the woman, and all of a sudden you see with a little photoshopping and a little bit of what people can do nowadays, it became Erin Anderson, the man. And so that's really identity theft. It manifests itself in a handful of different ways, and the one that you can worry the least about is the one at the top of the list there, which is credit fraud. Credit card companies and banks will usually rectify that, notice it right away, want to contact you and get you to kind of take whatever actions, cutting up your credit card, opening another account, because they want you to be paying those exorbitant interest rates for the rest of your life. But it's the social insurance and operator's license and medical fraud, character and criminal fraud, and tax fraud that are nightmares for people. And if ever happens, you want to be sure that you've got professionals that can address those issues for you. And that's where Kroll comes in, because they've got expedited consumer credit disclosure consultation, and then unlimited identity theft consultation. So if you want to know what your credit score is, or what does it mean, or how could you improve on it, you're going to get a free mobile app so you can reach those individuals during normal business hours anytime that you've got a question that relates to that. And then they're private investigators. So all the investigators with Kroll are former CIA, FBI, Secret Service, senior police officers. So you've got experts on your side that'll do whatever it takes, as long as it takes, to clear your records for life. And that's something that can give you tremendous peace of mind. So as a standalone product to cover your family, it's $12.95, but we find that most people get it as an add-on to the legal plan, because it's inevitable when you have an identity theft issue, you're going to have a legal issue as well. And the ID Shield covers the member's spouse, and any dependent children up to the age of 18. And children are one of the biggest targets right now, because it's far less likely that they're going to go and try and open up an account, a credit card, buy a car, or something of that nature. And of course, because our CEO is the former senior executive vice president for Microsoft, you could certainly depend on the fact that we have an app, and we've got a couple of apps here, and this is the one that gives our people fingertip access to their legal, to their member services, and of course that emergency 24/7 access. Just touch that on their smartphone or their Android, and with the identity theft, you just slide the screen over, and there's your access to your identity theft advisor, and then once again availability to contact the member services division. So bottom line here is that Business Solutions is something that's a tremendous service. Everybody needs it. Few people know about it. Everybody can afford it. And of course, there's a tremendous opportunity also for people to go out there and capitalize on helping us get the news out in the North American marketplace. So what I'd like to do for the next segment is introduce Miss Patty Davison-Smith. She's the Business Vice President in Western Canada for Business Solutions, and she's going to explain to you the balance of this opportunity to capitalize on this emerging trend. Patty, I'll turn it over to you.
Great. Thanks a lot, Ken. I appreciate that. And welcome everyone to our webinar. I'm sure you'll agree that the value of the service for individuals and families and small businesses is definitely there. And so what I want to do is just go over, first of all, who we sell to and who we're looking for, what's in it for you, and how we pay our independent associates with Legal Shield. So as Ken mentioned, we do sell to individuals and families. also to employees as a voluntary benefit offered through their employer. And we also sell the small business plan to small businesses. So why would you want to join the team and sell Legal Shield? Well, number one, definitely generous sales commission options. I'll go through those in a bit more detail. We have attractive long-term renewal income. So you make the sale once and you're going to get paid for the life of that membership. Industry-leading products. In fact, in the Canadian marketplace, we're the only game in town. We have zero competition. And you can learn to build a team, build a sales organization, and earn generous overrides. That works along the same lines as an insurance broker or a real estate broker. And then we are an established company, as you heard from Mr. Ken Smith, with high customer satisfaction ratings. And what does that mean for you? That means that our customers keep their membership even though they're obligated for month to month. We do not ask our customers to sign a 1-year, 3-year contract. And also no sales quotas or territorial restrictions. So regardless of which province you live in, you can actually sell the plan and build a sales organization in the 4 provinces we're currently open in, which is British Columbia, Alberta, Ontario, and Manitoba, and all throughout the United States as well. And timing is key for any company that's launching a product or service. And we are the newest old name in town, even though we've been in business for over 40 years. It's right now where we're on the cusp of an absolute explosion. When a product or service hits that magical 2% market penetration, that's the bend in the elbow, and that's where Legal Shield and ID Shield is right now. We're just hitting in most marketplaces that 2% market penetration, so we're just poised, ready for growth. In fact, back in 2010, you can see on the screen in front of you in the Canadian marketplace, less than 1%, about 1/10 of 1%. Even in the United States, only a handful of states have between 2 and 4%. But here's our projection for 2020, just 4 short years from now. And we did quite extensive research on where we're going in terms of market penetration. So again, definitely you're at the right place at the right time. So who are the types of sellers we're looking to work with? Well, number one, if you are or if you know a brokerage or agency that covers 500 plus lives. We have a specialty division that you could fit into, or the contacts you have could fit into that division, and we'll can set up a special meeting to just let them know what that qualification is, and they can add on our services to their book of business. We're also looking for licensed insurance agents that have under 500 lives, and we can show you how to get started, how to also offer Legal Shield and ID Shield to your book of business. Commission sales professionals. So if you're right now a commission sales rep or professional, definitely want to sit down and talk to you and show you how Legal Shield could certainly work as a career option for you. And then in entrepreneurs, we're definitely looking for entrepreneurs. You're setting yourself up as an independent contractor with Legal Shield when you get started with us. And so it really does appeal to those of you with an entrepreneurial spirit. So let me just reiterate the costs that Ken went through. And we're going to talk tonight or today about our flagship plan, which is the $26 family plan, $9.95 ID Shield add-on. So the most that a family can pay is $35.95, and that is definitely our flagship plan, as I mentioned. Of course, we do have the individual plan for $23 or the employee benefit. And as an employee benefit, the most an employee can pay is $28.45. So at Legal Shield, we have unique and difficult to duplicate products, and that should appeal to you, because to be able to go and call on companies, call on individuals and offer a service they cannot get anywhere else has a huge value to it. In the Canadian marketplace, we have no competition and only a couple of competitors in the United States. So those are some clear advantages. You can just focus on the small business division, the business solutions, and maybe just talk to small business owners about the small biz plan. maybe offer their employees employee benefits. You can lead with ID Shield, or you can specialize in some of our specialty plans like insurance and the brokerage division. So the four main ways that you can earn money with your Legal Shield business is, number one, personal sales volume. Our company pays you a 12-month advance. So you make the sale, you collect 1 month of the premium, and Legal Shield will pay you as if that client is paid for 12 months. Also, if you choose to build a sales organization, that's really leveraging your time. Again, like a insurance broker, you can earn a small percentage of what your sales team does. Residual income is the third main way we get paid. And then there's incentives, and I'll go through all of these. So first of all, and I know there's a lot of numbers on the screen in front of you, but these numbers reflect you selling that flagship plan, that $35.95 plan. Now, obviously, your commissions will reflect whichever plan you sell. So if you're thinking sort of what is the percentage that I could get paid, you will be paid anywhere from 20.9% of the annual premium to as much as 58.6%. In dollar value, that's about $90 per plan to as much as $252 per plan. And most presentations are only about 20 to 30 minutes, so you can see that a very lucrative compensation. And the numbers you see in front of you on the screen reflect that 12-month advance that you get. When we assign a sale, that is also called a counter. So if you just want to go out and do volumes of sales, maybe you're not interested at this stage of building a sales organization, you can actually move up in the compensation on personal sales. So as soon as you do 7 personal sales, you get bumped up to senior associate. Now you get a pay raise. Once you've done 15 personal sales over any period of time, again, you move up and get a pay raise. 50 personal sales, you go to the senior manager. 100 personal sales over any period of time, and you're at our top permanent position. And what I mean by permanent is once you achieve those positions, you're never demoted. You're only promoted. We do have qualifying positions, which mean extra money, and that's senior director and executive director. And you can qualify for those positions once you get to that top permanent position. This slide just shares with you how the overrides work, and I'm going to show you in a little bit more detail what you need to do in comparison with your team. But the simplest way to explain it is you will get paid the difference between your position and the position of the people in your sales organization. But let me just show you then the exact amount of money you get paid. When you get started as an independent associate with Legal Shield, you go out and make a sale, a $35.95 a month sale, you're going to get paid $90. When you move up to senior associate, you also get a pay raise to $108 for the same job. Manager, $126 for selling that same plan. Senior manager, $144. Director, $171. Senior director, the qualifying position is $207 for just selling a $35.95 a month plan to an individual, to a family. And then executive director, $252. And so how do the overrides work? Well, as soon as you get your first promotion to senior associate, you're now eligible to make the difference between your position and the position of the people on your team. So you can see if you got your first promotion to senior associate, you introduced me. I'm part of your sales organization. I made one of those $35.95 a month sales. Legal Shield would pay me the advance commission of $90. Well, they would pay you the difference, which is $18. And as you move up, there's just more differential between your position and the new associates on your team, or the ones as they move up. And then here's a great example. Let's say you've made it to the top permanent position of director. You introduce me to the company. I get started. You sell me a membership. You're immediately going to make $171 because I purchased one of those $35.95 a month plans. And now I go out and I make a sale to someone. I get paid that $90, where you're going to get the difference between your position and my position. You're going to make almost as much as I did because I went out and made a sale. And then the third way we get paid is that residual income. So you're going to get paid a percentage of what you got the very first time, depending on your persistency. So obviously, the higher your persistency, in other words, you write good business and that business stays on the books, then you can max out at the renewal income. And that just shows you what the percentage you could earn on a 35.95 plan if you sold that at the director position. 10.1% of the annual premium, and you're going to get paid that month after month, year after year. Our incentive program, and the company is always rewarding us with different incentives, but the stayed and true is our performance club. And the first thing we want to encourage you to do is get your business off to a fast start with the fast start qualification. So we're going to work with you, sit down, design a game plan with you, depending on what it is that you're looking to do, whether you want to start your Legal Shield career part-time and move into full-time, or you need to start full-time right from the get-go. We want to encourage you to get on Performance Club. So the first thing we want you to do is get Fast Start qualified. So in your first 20 days, we want to, with our help, we're going to help you go out and make those first 7 sales in 20 days, or you can start to build a sales organization and just make 3 sales as long as one of them joins your sales organization. And then you're going to get 5 points in month 2, month 3, and then in month 4, there's special recognition. And how do you earn the 5 points? Every time you sell a plan, you get 1 point. Every time you recruit a new marketing associate onto your sales organization, you get 2 points. If you sell a small biz plan for $105 a month, that's 2 points. So you can get any combination thereof. And then in month 5, month 6, month 7, you're continuously getting those 5 points. Then in month 8, Legal Shield will pay you a one-time bonus of $150, and then you continue doing it. By the time you have 12 months under your belt of just consistently getting those 5 points, you're in a routine, and that's the minimum we want to recommend that you do. Many of you will do a lot more than 5 points every month, but if just that minimum, after 12 months, the company is going to pay you $300 extra monthly bonus, or you can go out and take delivery of a BMW, let the company know you're driving a BMW, and you will now be paid $500. In fact, we have some professionals that have joined the team, and they were already driving a BMW, and so they just went out and got 5 points for 12 months, let the company know they were driving a BMW, and the company started paying them $500 above and beyond all the other commissions. Also associated with a Performance Club and the car bonus are trips for 2, you and a guest, to exotic places, all expenses paid, airfare, hotel, food, you name it. So you can qualify for that as well. So how do you get started? Well, you have 2 options to get yourself in the system. Option 1 is just a one-time fee of $99. Option 2, it's just a one-time fee of $249. First of all, that gives you the rights to market our plan across North America. You're also going to have an associates-only portal to be able to run your business. Online training, which is second to none. We have weekly newsletters just to keep you abreast of what's going on corporately. A support center that's there to help you as you move from position to position. There's associate perks. There's discounts on different things like rental cars and hotels when you're traveling to build your business. You're going to have help from a sponsor, a team, local leaders. And then option 1, if you opt into option 1, you just pay $20 a month for your Legal Shield Advantage. Legal Shield Advantage is the system that we use at Legal Shield that really enables you to run your business. If you chose option number 2, then we will include the first 12 months of your Legal Shield Advantage of absolutely no cost. So you get that full month completely paid for. And so treat your business like a business. Really, that's what Legal Shield Advantage is. You'll have a personalized professional website so that you can really begin to brand yourself as a Legal Shield professional. Enhanced associate portal, lead contact management system that's going to really put everything you need into the system for you. The Franklin Covey personal development courses that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars, the branded professional communications I just mentioned. And then this gives you access to all the contests and incentives like the Performance Club that I just mentioned. So being part of Legal Shield Advantage allows you to have part of that. So just as we're wrapping up, what are your next steps? Well, definitely get back to the person who invited you to watch this webinar. We are looking to expand the Canadian marketplace very aggressively. So we would like to have the opportunity to sit down with you and get all your questions answered. We want to encourage you to get started right away and launch your new business with Legal Shield and take advantage of the new benefits. Start your onboarding program, which really is us helping you design that game plan. You share your goals with us. How many hours a week do you have to put into Legal Shield? How much money would you ultimately like to start to earn? And then get trained. You can do, as I mentioned, those online courses. And also there's a first step class, a fast start training. We have a B2B certification training with prerequisites that also have some amazing trainings right there in your Associates Only portal. And then you can collaborate with the field leaders and let us know, who do you know? Who can we help you talk to? What companies need to hear about this service for their business and for their employees? And then earn commissions. Make a plan to achieve executive director in 3 months or less. So that's that maximize your income for sure. So again, this is Patty Davidson Smith from Vancouver, British Columbia. I appreciate spending some time with you, and I look forward to meeting you in your city in the not too distant future. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye for now.